Ishwar, can you hold this please? I'll just fix it. Okay, don't move too much because it's sticking to your...
Hi guys. This is my first animal liberation march. I turned vegetarian only 8 years ago. And
You're going vegan soon!
yes, I am vegan. I had no clue about animals. I was blind all my life and deaf. I was brought up eating meat and parts of animals, like millions of people worldwide. And one day I found a stray cat outside my house and I welcomed her into my house and my heart, and from that day something changed. So I just want to say a few words to you guys because you all do much more work than me. Where do I start to talk about the pain and suffering inflicted on animals in the world today? What atrocity should I highlight? Out of the hundreds of violations of the rights of the most vulnerable beings on earth, animals. How and where do I, Kitu, begin? Maybe I should begin from where it all started for me as a child, where it probably began for almost all of you. I ate animal parts, and I drank the milk of another species, not ever suspecting that I was betraying my own belief that actually deep down inside, as a child, I loved animals. Because children are born pure and innocent and they love animals. Not did I ever realize that eating animals and consuming dairy could cause so much pain and suffering to another being. Not once did I question or even think about, for that matter, where my food came from and how it affected somebody or something that I was unaware of. I was so disconnected from what was put on my plate because the only thing that mattered to me was that it was delicious and that I was told that it was, in quotes, good for me. But was that my fault? Was I ever given the choice? Was I ever allowed to make the decision that what is going to be put on my plate? I just ate what was given to me. So what kind of injustice was it that as a child I was forced to be part of a belief system that I would never have chosen for myself? Why is it that sensitive children are indoctrinated into such a violent system that they lose the power to connect with their own minds and hearts when they grow up? This is happening to about 6 billion people, 7 billion people all over the world. Isn't that the worst kind of injustice ever to children? And what a blow it is that when we are shocked, when our conditioning is just blown open when we grow older. Now this is a poem, a small poem that I'm going to read that reflects what happens to children and the feelings that they go through when they are young and when they grow up. Why did no one tell me when I was 2 or 4 or 8 of the misery that was regularly served up on my plate? Why did no one mention when I was 7, 6 or 5 that the sausage, beef and bacon once used to be alive? How come never spoke about the blood, the fear and pain, the abuse of precious animals for profit and for gain? Questions were avoided. Discussions were taboo. Replies were vague and rushed, except for, eat up, it's good for you. When I learned how much they suffered, it truly broke my heart. Mutilations, rape and death, and families torn apart. I vowed that day I'd never eat another soul again. I wish that what I know right now had been told to me back then. For however much I tell myself that I really didn't know, I have this guilt and sadness that I know will never go. Meat and eggs and dairy, the abuse, our cruelty on a plate, the abuse of countless millions who don't deserve their fate. If I could turn that clock back, then I never would have eaten the innocent, the tortured souls, the terrorized and the beaten. But now that few of us know, we have woken up to the truth. So now we have chosen, and we choose freedom, justice and compassion. Be a vegan activist. Woo!